Hey ladies, I'm here to do a tutorial today on how I get full coverage foundation from my BB cream. I've already prepped my face, which included spritzing my face with the rose water for a nice morning toner. I then applied the Instant Uplift Serum under my eyes so I could get rid of my horrible morning bags. Then moisturizer to hydrate my skin, and then finally the Glorious Face and Eye Primer as my last product that I put on before my foundation. Primer is so important no matter what your skin type. You apply it all over your face. It fills in all your fine lines and wrinkles so that it really gives a flawless palette to your skin before you're applying your foundation. It also includes providing a barrier between your skin and your makeup so that your makeup lasts longer. A little bit goes a really long way, and it feels just really silky smooth on your skin. So BB cream is a tinted moisturizer, which means it's very light coverage. Because it's a moisturizer, it's great for people with dry skin because it adds just a little bit of moisturizing component to your morning makeup. But it's not enough coverage for me alone. You can see here I have very uneven skin tone, plus some additional dark sunspots that the BB cream just cannot cover on its own. So what I do is I put together what I call a BB brew, and that is my BB cream in my shade paired with my concealer, Skin Perfecting Concealer in my shade, and then I top it with powder also in my shade. So I shake my BB cream. I apply it to just the back of my hand here, just like so. My shade is Bisque. And then I take my Velour Skin Perfecting Concealer, and I just apply it right on top my BB cream. Rub it in with my fingers just to kind of mix it up. And then I'm going to apply it straight to my skin. I love all of our foundations. I use them all depending on the time of the year or what I have in stock that I have to use or what I'm running low on. BB is probably, this BB brew that I have is probably the one that I use most, just because I tend to have dry skin in it. I could use the extra moisture. All right, so I've got it applied here. I'm going to use my liquid foundation brush to blend today. It's just very, very soft. I can really blend it well, get up under my eyes, but I also really like to use a blending bed also. It's just gonna be a matter of preference. Today I'm going to use a liquid foundation brush, but if you have some sort of blending bed, this one's from Younique, you can certainly use it too. Either one works well. So I'm just going to buff out this BB brew here. It goes on really smooth. And you can kind of play around with how much foundation, the BB cream, and how much concealer you need for your skin. If it doesn't seem like it's enough coverage, then add a little bit more concealer to it. But you don't want to get too much because it'll be a little bit tacky. So this is all I'm doing, just blending it into my skin, down underneath my chin to my neck so that it's all blended and there's no lines. If you use the liquid foundation and you want to try the BB, it can help you pick a color. Unlike the foundation, the Liquid Touch foundation and the concealer that complement each other as far as the names of the shades, the BB cream have different shades. So I can just match you from a selfie, or depending on what your liquid foundation type is, I can get you a BB cream that would be matching. Something else you can do with the BB cream if you're having dry skin issues and you love our liquid foundation is that you can add some of the BB cream to the liquid foundation just for some added moisturizer. This winter months play havoc on my skin. for sure. All right, that's it. So that's my base as far as my BB cream and my concealer. And I would not get this type of coverage from BB alone because it's just literally just a tinted moisturizer. So then I'm gonna take our loose powder, which is not available right now, but I'm hoping it comes back. You can also use our pressed powder, which is fantastic. I love it too. I'm just gonna use the loose powder because this is what I have. So it just has this little mesh. I use my powder puff brush, and I'm just going to top my BB cream and concealer brew with this powder foundation. Both this loose powder and the pressed powder are super light. So it doesn't feel super heavy on your skin. It still lets your skin breathe, even with my BB, my concealer, and this powder on top. If you're just using the BB cream and the concealer mixed, you're gonna get more of a dewy look. By adding the pressed powder or the loose powder, you're gonna get more of a matte finish, which is the same that you're gonna get from our Liquid Touch. All right, powder is on, but these pesky sunspots are so hard to cover. So what I use it for multiple reasons. I use it to try to cover extra with these sunspots, and I also use it because I like to highlight under my eyes and on my T-zone. So I use Scarlet Concealer, which is 2 shades lighter than my normal shade of foundation. I'm normally velour. So 2 shades lighter would be Scarlet for me, and this is what I use to highlight every day. I take my concealer brush and I put just a dab on it here, you can see. I'm going to apply it under my eyes in a kind of an upside down triangle formation. Just like so, on this little top of my T. I like to apply it right around my nostrils here because I have these red capillaries. Alexa, off. I don't have any idea why that came on, where it's annoying me here. All right. And down here to my chin. Looks a little funny, but we're gonna blend it in really well. All right, so there is my foundation, my concealer, sorry, that I'm going to use for highlighting. So I apply it with my concealer brush, but I like to blend it out with my blending bud. This is another new one from Younique. These come in a 2-pack for about $25. Dropped it. Here it is here. They come together, like I said, for about $25. You can get blending buds anywhere. You can pick them up at Walmart, you can get them from your beauty store, you can get them from Amazon. I've used cheap ones before, cheaper ones, and I don't know if the consistency is definitely different. What I like about these Younique ones is they last forever, so they really hold up well. This is only my 2nd set of blending buds that I have ever ordered. My last ones I had for a super long time and I kept using them, and I just recently replaced them. So you're probably getting more bang for your buck than the cheaper ones that you buy at the store, because my daughter uses them, you do have to replace them quite often. But like I said, these with Younique have lasted me well over a year, and I use them every single day. All right, so I'm just pushing my concealer into my skin with this blending bud. Blending buds are a strange beast. You actually use them damp. So I take my blending bud, I run it under water, I squeeze out the excess, and then I pat it dry with a towel or a paper towel. And then you actually use them damp so that they don't suck up all of your liquid product that you're trying to apply. It's a strange concept. When I first started using them, I never thought it would work. and it definitely not work as well as it does. But they're one of my favorite things to use, especially for blending. All right, so I have my highlight on, which gives me a little definition to my face. And then what it also does is brightens up my eyes and covers up those sunspots, which are horrible. And it just took, you've seen, just a little bit of that Skin Perfecting Concealer to do all of this T-zone and all of this coverage. I then like to take our translucent setting powder. Because the concealer that we have is a cream, I don't like it rubbing off, and there's not anything to mattify it to keep it from rubbing off, except for my setting powder. So this is just a translucent powder. I'm using my powder concealer brush here. I just dab it exactly where I put my concealer. What I like about this setting powder is that, one, it's translucent, which means if I were to use my regular pressed powder or a regular foundation colored powder, my highlight would not be showing up, because what it would do is it would cover my highlight with the shade of foundation that I'm using, so it would darken it up, so it would just conceal my whole highlight. With this being translucent, I can apply it to my highlight and it doesn't change the shade of anything underneath. So I can top it with this and you can still see my highlight. I also like that it's so fine that it doesn't settle into my fine lines and wrinkles and crow's feet and all of that good stuff. It's just really a good product. I've had this compact since it came out. Gosh, I think it was last summer, and I still have, you know, quite a bit left, and I use it every single day. All right, so that is basically my base. That is my full coverage foundation. You can see it just really covers up my uneven skin tone, really does a good job covering up my dark sunspots, which are so impossible and give me so many issues. I'm going to go ahead and use my bronzer. This is Sunset, to add a little bit of contour to offset this highlight a little bit. So I just use my blusher brush, which is just kind of an angled tip here. Dab it in, brush it off, and then I'm going to apply it around my forehead, up close to my hairline. There you go. I like to apply it under my chin for some further definition. And then I like to apply it right underneath my chin bone, or cheekbone, chin bone. It just, not only does it give me some definition, but I'm so pale that it really gives me some nice added color too. So there's that. And then I'll go ahead and add some blush also. I'm having a heck of a time dropping stuff today during this video. This is Seductive. This is probably my favorite blusher that we have. It used to be Sweet, and Sweet is still one of my favorites as well, but this one has definitely taken the top spot. It's just really nice for fall. It's almost like a nice berry shade, but it's not too bright. Just really pretty. It goes with purple tones, it goes with brown. I mean, it just goes with everything, and anybody can wear it. People with darker skin tone, people with lighter skin tone like mine, it just looks good on everybody, as does Sweet. So I'm just gonna take my blusher brush here, just going to apply it to my cheekbones. There we go, on both sides. I like to just do it in a circular motion here. You can tell it really adds some color too. The blush goes right on top. If you're using a bronzer for contour, it goes right on top where you would put your contour. Just on the apples of your cheeks, all the way back to the side of your face. That's it, just a little added color. And that would be my base. I would still need to add some eye makeup, some lip product, and do something with these eyebrows. But as far as how I use my BB cream, which is probably my favorite foundation and blend that I use, that's it for a nice full coverage foundation. Thanks, guys.